Hey, what's up, guys? Max here, and we're going to be talking about these crystals. These crystals, if you possibly have one in your account, I actually had to dig and notice I have a collection of these gifting crystals. So 2019, guess what? 2020 gifting crystals and the beautiful 2021 gifting crystals. Well, 2022 is here, and there's not going to be any gifting crystals or greater gifting crystals. I don't have GGCs. I just have the gifting crystals. But the greater gifting crystals got announced yesterday that it is gone. It is cut. And we're going to be looking on to the reasons why. So inside the Kabam forums, there's a post by the Kabam MCOC team. It says update to holiday event 2022. No more gifting. I'm sure also this is me assuming because it's not in the post. If you haven't read it yet, I would definitely go out there and just read the entire post yourself. We're going to cover a couple of things in it, but there's no notice on I think there's changes and what the new event's going to be, what the new event's going to hold, what you should be doing. But the announcement of the no gifting event situation for 2022 is announced. So positive note, it is announced not just weeks before the event started. Reason why, though, is because it does affect a lot of legit account grinders out there that are grinding their own account, not spending any units in any pop-up offers or any offers at all, grinding multiple accounts to get resources to gift to their main account to ideally have a competitive edge, a savings when it comes to actually gift greater gifting crystals. So what changed? So there it goes. There will be no gifting event this year, and we will be removing the option to send gifting crystals. We know. Hold on. Let us explain. It feels like that's kind of how the response was. I like it. There are three main reasons. Okay, let's cover the first one. This event attracted scammers. Like moths to a flame. Last year, we handled hundreds of support tickets surrounding proposed trades that became one-way trades before one of the parties disappeared. We want to protect our players and ensure no one is targeted with this type of behavior. I think that's been going on since the beginning of the greater gifting crystals. Oh my gosh! I mean, you've seen it everywhere. If you traded somebody in the global chat. People said shame on you, but yes, it's happened a lot. When you gift a crystal, you almost got to go with the mindset of I trust this person. This person's reliable. I've seen trades. I've done trades, but you still never know. So yes, it was a thing. Luckily I always traded with people within my own lines. And never had a situation like that, but I've seen it and heard about it. So the second reason is this event saw a great deal of fraud. We know bots are used to spin up thousands of accounts to farm hundreds of thousands of units. Previously, this event resulted in offsite transactions involving gifting crystals at a reduced price and has never been the intent for MCOC to be used as a platform for third-party sales. Last year, the estimate 850 plus 100,000 crystals were acquired this way. Now, if you go out there and do the calculations at 30 units per pop, and in the third-party sales, I'm calling it the black market. If 850 crystals were traded, plus let's just go with 850, that's roughly $8.5 million worth of cash traded out in the black market. So, are they all fraud? Are they all, kind of like botted? Kabam calls it fraud because it's not according to what their intentions of the event was. But these are bot accounts grinding out units. Are they legit accounts? Are they like doing something illegal, whether it's like credit card fraud, buying units through credit card acquisitions, and like I don't know how even that's done, but it's done. Or are they just farming? Is it a person, not an actual bot, going in and logging in and just checking off the marks and then getting units for that account, logging into the second account, and so on and so on? Of course, they can only manage maybe 10, 15 accounts doing this way, and then their own primary account. But that is a whole lot of money. I said in the stream, I'm surprised that like it didn't cause any other red flags with any other sources out there saying like, hey, wait, what up? Time out. What do you mean there was about $8.5 million worth of fraud or black market trades? I don't. Yes, Kabam's calling it fraud, but I would call it more black market trades, money that was lost on there. But if it was, I mean, I'm sure there's some credit card fraud because it really, it's been said before, and I would agree. There's something about the greater gifting event that just brings out the, if a person's clean and plays the game fair throughout the year, but something about that end of the year to be competitive, to be opening the most crystals, that person becomes really bad. Bad as in like they go out and do fraud stuff. And we're talking about fraud, like legit, like steal someone's credit card, try to get someone's information and buy units in the game for these crystals. It's crazy. Lastly, due for some recent changes to the early game, players are not able to spin up accounts that earn thousands of units in only a couple of hours. Wow, that's crazy. That's actually would it be nice and interesting to test. I don't know if anybody's gone out there and tested that. The intention behind this is to enable new players to progress at a meaningful pace, not to provide a boost to the main account. In the past, we've allowed legitimate secondary accounts to gift themselves, and while it was never the spirit of the gifting event, it required a lot more time and effort part of the individual summoners. Now it's too easy. We know that this will affect some of the summoners that have already started grinding away secondary accounts, so we'll be making some considerations this year. Read below for more information. All right, so there's more information, but what I want to really cover is my thoughts onto this. Basically the stop of the event. So I'm happy. I'm glad that the event stopped. A lot of it has to do with this secondary market situation. Second bullet point here. First year, I played the greater gifting event for quite a while, and through the years, my spending has increased from year 1 to year 2 to 2021 when and it was the highest money I've done ever in a matter of 2 weeks inside of this game. And it was crazy. And the fact that the alliance that I'm in, which is Relax, we took the number 1 spot for greater gifting. It's cool. It's a lot of spending throughout 30 players, not just myself. Some of them just, some of the guys, I still thank some of the guys here in the alliance for letting us, carrying us on their back. I alone spend the most, and I'm sure that was probably a record-breaking spending for some of the guys here and some of the guys that were here in the alliance too, here at Relax, but no longer here. So I gotta say, when at the moment of last year and towards the beginning of this year, when we saw that Kabam wasn't doing nothing to these accounts that were trading maybe legitimately or just buying the greater gifting crystals through the black market and just paying somebody, $200, $300, I don't even know the prices, but $200 to $300 back then towards what it was, maybe $1,000 worth of actual greater gifting crystals, and opening them and ranking up their champions. And we're just like, all right, we're going to keep an eye on that account, and we're going to take a look at where it lands on the leaderboards as a solo, because they just open an enormous amount of crystals, greater gifting crystals. And turns out that they're not even near the top. They were just nowhere to be seen. And I'm like, okay. And then they released their score. And of course, you got you're friends with 29 other people in your lines. Someone's eventually going to release a screenshot. And sure enough, screenshots were released of the actual scores of this account. And turns out that Kabam didn't do anything towards them. And partly still to this day hasn't done anything at all. And I laugh at the situation because I see a thing of it made me feel very nasty for spending that much money, and the kind of referee of this game, of this event, which is Kabam, didn't do nothing at all. So this year I was like, dude, if they're not doing anything for that, and this person is literally in my eyes, laughing at not the community, but at the game, saying, "Hey, dude, like I can do this. You didn't do nothing, so hey, guess what? I'm doing it again this year." And to my mindset, I was like, "Dude, if that's legit, if that's safe," and questions were asked, in many posts, in many forums, and just open, "Hey, is this good?" And then no response. So it makes you think like, okay, they don't want to admit to it, and so it is pretty much good. I myself this year, I'm glad they stopped it because I was actually going to be looking out for like third party people that not frauded somebody, but that like can't show proof. It's like, hey, dude, I've been grinding this multiple accounts for the last 6 months, legitly, 8 months, 10 months, legitly, and I have tons of greater gifting crystals or units that I can trade. And of course, I'd be like, probably run it across Kabam and say, hey, just heads up, I'm doing this because there's no, there's no stop. It's not legit, and like something that you guys are saying, it's not legit. This has been happening for many and many years now, and you guys haven't stopped it. So happy that they're stopping it. I mean, I don't know if this. Well, it says last year. So $8.5 million worth of crystals if you were to buy them with cash. Of course, that's not the value of what actually, so because people were selling the value of $1,000 was not worth $1,000. So it's going to be less. But if we were to convert the units, what they should have spent in game, 8.5 million plus, probably was spent maybe close to like, I don't know, maybe a couple of 100,000. But that should have been 8.5 mil to Kabam's, profit. And now basically they taken it away. So I'm interested to see what the new event's going to be. I know this year, I've said it before, my spending has progressively gone down and down and down. Been more cautious, more mentally kind of like, hey, I want to be more like, hey, I'm spending money. Okay, it's okay. And, it's a hobby. It's something that I enjoy doing. I stream it. I make videos now for it. It's not a full-time job. Love it to be. I'm excited. I would love this to be, something that I can pursue. But that's not the case right now. So I got to be careful with my spending again when it comes to the game. And, if you are in a different situation where you just, have that disposable income to spend, a couple of hundreds and thousands of dollars and what the new event's going to come, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for you. If it's good, we might do something nice. But yeah, I'm super happy that this is over. I'm sad at the fact that there's actual legit people out there doing not bot accounts, but like grinding their accounts. Maybe they're only able to keep up with 5 accounts, not 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 accounts. But yeah, dude, unfortunately, the bad side, we're going to call it the bad side. And I know the guys and girls doing this, they don't consider themselves bad. They're just like, there's a loophole. Hey, Kabam doesn't do anything about it. I just outsmarted the system. I know that sometimes that's the thinking, and it's not, and it happens a lot just because of, unfortunately, the mindset that person has and the surroundings that they're involved in. So not to blame or put a fault on let's not go there. But let's just focus on the fact that it's over, and I'm happy that it's over, even though I participated, like I said, in the past events and dropped crazy amount of just money and over the last 3 years in this event. But we've seen good things out of this event. Like the one that brings to my mind is like where like your favorite streamers have donated to the communities. The biggest one that stands out is Seaton. I believe it was $10,000 worth of donations he did to everybody, and a lot of people benefited from this. Other streamers benefited from this, like a lot of the community players benefited from this. So, and then you gifting crystals back to your favorite streamer, like, oh, that's fun, like, and all that. Yeah, it's missing, and unfortunately goes away, but. Yeah, dude, the fact that it still bothers me, guys. I mean, there's certain things that in the game that I think you guys are pretty known that just bothers me is when people do something that's not right and get away with it, and just Yeah, nothing's done. But hey, this is canceled. Thank you, Kabam. You got to thank the guys and girls out there that messed up the system, and you know who they are. I'm not gonna call you out. I'm not gonna say your name on streams. And you know the guys that play in the same alliance. You know who they are because word gets out. We're all in the same upper communities. That's all I'm gonna say. I'd be playing this game very scared every single day. But, you know, it's for probably you. It's just a game, and you're going to create a new account, probably buy a new account if that's the case, right? All right, guys. I'm out. Dude. Oh, this is, I hate, still bothers me. But, guys, take care. Drop a like on the video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.